Right, who am I chatting to then?
Yep, so my name's Thomas Jones.
And how long have you been coming to the House of Happiness then?
So this is my first time. I've currently just finished rehab. I'm in a Kairos house now. That's basically like a move-on house. Yeah, very good.
How long were you in rehab for?
3 months.
And what were you, if you don't mind me asking, what were you going to rehab for? What was the main issue when you were outside?
So basically it was cocaine, alcohol, that's really it, and weed. But yeah, basically I got really bad on the drink, you know. At one stage I thought, you know, I could control it. I was working, just thought it was normal, going out weekends, it's like you do. I'm only 27. And then basically my mum and dad got divorced, the house got sold and I went downhill. But yeah, and then basically I kept coming out of prison. I was shoplifting, doing burglaries. But yeah, I just couldn't cope with the life anymore, basically. I didn't know how to handle it because I've got through it very well.
And so what prompted you to, so were you involved in like drug and alcohol services the whole time or not, before rehab?
So I was working with, it's called S2S, because I'm from Northamptonshire. Right, but there's not really that much help in there. So basically, when I went to prison, they done a lot of alcohol recovery services, because I was, you know, rattling off drinking that.
Oh, so you were alcohol dependent then when you went in?
Yes, yeah, I was alcohol dependent. And then basically that's decent with me. And then I done about 9 months. But basically, at the end of the last 3 months, they asked me, do I want to attend these AA meetings? And they said basically a rehab will come out of it. Like charity-funded rehab. So I went for it, and it's called Steps to Recovery in Ladbroke Grove. Brilliant rehab. You know, they've helped me loads. It's been brilliant. But yeah, basically they helped me through that. You know, and I got it very hard. Very hard, because it's not a normal rehab. You're with other prisoners. You know, so it's like prison rehab sort of thing. People come from prison, so it's very hard for me. But it's the best thing I've ever done for my life. You know, the way I am today myself, you know, I'm looking after myself. I have a family back in my life, my little nephew and niece. You know, I'm living life at the minute. You know, happy.
So how long are you absent now completely then, yeah?
Yes, absent completely.
And how long have you been absent?
So now it's about 5 months. 5 months altogether, thank you. Yeah.
And so were you going out a lot raving than that before, or when you were drinking or whatever, or not?
Yeah, so I was going away at MB's in Northampton, it was called. I was always going clubbing because I was working in the week. And then my weekend thing would be like Friday, Saturday, out. But then it got worse. So I started drinking through the week, you know, and this has been a very good test for me, and you know, brilliant.
So have you ever been to any sober event before since coming out of rehab or not?
No, this is my first one. Yeah.
And how's the experience so far then? Your honest opinion?
Honest opinion. Must admit, it is a bit hard, but I find it, you know, because I'm with the right crowd and it's the right people, it's a bit more easier.
When you say hard, do you mean, what do you mean by hard, basically?
Right, so what I mean by that is, it's like, because I've never been sober when I've been to a club. So it's like adjusting. It's like, because I've never done it sober. And it's like, well, what do I expect? You know, I'm not used to this. But since I've been like getting into it now, I'm with the right people. You know, it's a bit more easier, you know.
So have you met people at the event here, or did you come with the people here, basically, or?
I come with the people here, yeah.
And so are you all had a similar story of like sobriety, or is it, oh, okay.
Yes, so Tia, she's in this Kairos house with me. We both in the same rehab.
Really?
Yeah. He's in the rehab as well, that was in. He's still in there. Yeah. So with the rehab, they let you out. So basically, you have 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks, you're not be with someone if you go out. And after that, you're trusted with a key. But you get alcohol tested, drug tested, everything like that. So.
And how are you finding life out then so far in general? Sober life out in the world, out of rehab?
I find it very happy. I mean, I do a lot of meetings, NA, NAA.
Well, sorry, I was going to ask this earlier. How was it like going to your first meeting as well? Because I used to work in drug and alcohol service, and I found getting someone to a meeting was so difficult because everyone was so terrified of how it would be. So how was it for you?
So I didn't know nothing about the alcohol services and like the NA meetings. So when I first went to it, I thought, God, what's this? I was shocked because I've never done it sort of thing. But I just, you know, just went with it, carried on going to my meetings, you know, and there was on about God and like, you know, because I've never had that support to bring it up with God or nothing like that. So it was like, you know, but as I got into it, I mean, because in rehab we do step 1, step 2 and step 3. My step 3 is when you give your, you know, power over to God. It was a bit hard, but I've done it. I managed to get through it. And I believe in it now. There is higher power. I mean, the person I am today, if you'd have seen me 8 months ago, you know, different person. But, you know, now I'm happy, like, you know, I'm in a good environment, you know, where we are, all people in the same boat, trying to get clean, and I can't ask for a better thing. You know, my mum and dad, my sister, I'm happy.
Do you think also sober events and having more sober spaces are a part of you maintaining your sobriety or not?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's like a routine for me now. It's like in the week, even when you leave rehab, it's like, right, I've got like a calendar. I've got on my phone, I go, right, I've got this meeting, and it's called like a commitment. And I go to them, you know, always attend, but it's like a routine for me now, because I find that helps me, you know, if I have something on my mind or, you know, something that I feel stressed about, I go to them, I share, and I feel, when you come out, you feel like you got bricks left off your shoulder, you know, it's like a release, and I just, you know, and that's my routine now, dealing with it.
And do you think you'll come back to the House of Happiness or not?
Oh yeah.
Honest opinion, yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a lovely environment, you know. Yeah, you know, everyone I've met here today, brilliant. You know, and what I like about this event, everyone's in the same boat. You know.
What would be your advice to someone then who is either similar to yourself, where they're either newly sober or they're still in the midst of their addiction, but they're thinking about getting sober? What would you say to them about events like that or anything in general? Any general advice?
General advice I take, try it. If you go in rehab, go to your rehab, do what you got your steps, do your therapy, and go for it. You know, give it a try. But, you know, it's always good to be with people who you know around you as well, so you're not alone and feel like isolated, you know, like on your own.
Did you have to change your social circle when you came out as well?
Oh yeah, definitely. I changed everything. My number, everything. You know, because I thought if I'm going to do this, I've got to do it properly. You know, it's not just changing, playing off the drink. It's everything. Your friends, everything. You know, and that's what I mean. You've got to change a whole lot, the area. Because they said to me, do you want to go Kairos or go back home? And I said no. I said, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to move to London and start all fresh. And that's what I've done. And I don't regret one day of it. And, you know, one thing I've learned as well through anything, you learn who your real friends are.
Well, that's why I was asking about it. I think a lot of people fight when they stop, but yeah, exactly what you said, yeah.
And that's the truth, that you learn who your real ones are, you know. That's what I've learned. And my real ones are behind me and my family. You know, my family's the most important thing in my life. They've always been there for me, and I appreciate them. You know.
All right, best of luck then, mate. I appreciate the conversation.
Brilliant. Thank you so much.
Bye, Sil.